I was meaning to do this video like a couple of days ago, but one of my subscribers, shout out to him, basically showed me a video of B. Simone disrespecting Martin Luther King Jr. Now, a lot of people would say, well, it's just a clip and this and that and the third. But see, the thing is, I listened to cause the other, the first half was kind of like irrelevant, right? So I listened to the second half, and the whole time I was thinking like, okay, I get what you're trying to do, right? But why Martin Luther King? Martin Luther King been dead for over what, 50 years? Oh, what, 60 years? And the fact that you are trying to tarnish his name by his cheating allegations, whether they're true or not, that's here nor there. I felt like, don't try to use our Black American icons for clickbaits. But while I'm talking, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow my socials at India__Michelle on TikTok and Instagram. And everything will be in the description box below. But don't try to use our, respected Black American icons for clickbaits. Now, are clips for shock value necessary, especially when it comes to social media like YouTube and stuff like that? Cool, but when you start disrespecting, now you need to be checked. Even if he did, I'm not taking away from it, because it is wrong to cheat on your wife. But the simple fact that you're disrespecting a man that's still a human, that makes mistakes, and trying to tarnish him, trying to tarnish his legacy by BS. Again, I'm not calling cheating on your wife BS or cheating on your significant other BS. But what we're not going to do is, it's okay for them to disrespect our Black American icons. But as soon as we talk about them, Africans, Caribbeans, then that's when they want to come for our necks. And rightfully so, they should, right? But Black Americans, just like how they do it, you should do the same thing and not feel guilty or punked out by other Black immigrants because you want to stand up for your Black icons. And let me tell you one thing. Martin Luther King was a proxy for Black men, especially Black American men, of that disrespect. That's why you had a lot of people in the comments saying, oh, I agree with them. You are not a good father if you cheat on your wife and this and that and the third. But you had more of them, but less of, and I'm not saying it didn't exist, but you had less comments basically saying like, yeah, he did what he did, allegedly, but we're not going to minimize his legacy. Though, when you think of Martin Luther King, you think of a great man, not he's a okay human. That was very disrespectful, and she need her ass handed to her, right? Because again, B. Simone is one of those women where she'll say certain things and put out certain things, and then she's the type of person, she'll throw the rock and try to hide her hand and play victim. She did the same shit and then all of a sudden she wanted to explain herself. She did the same shit when it came to that book that she stole the idea from. She did the same thing when it came to a man. She can't talk to a 9-to-5 man because, he wouldn't understand her lifestyle. And then she'll backtrack and backpedal of what she says. And we all, kind of talk out of term. But this is not one of those talk out of term moments. You knew what you were saying, right? And the simple fact that you was okay with that, would you disrespect any other person that cheated on his wife that's non-Black? No, you wouldn't. But you want to disrespect somebody else. And I feel like the King family, some of them a little coonish today, but I feel like a lot of Black people need to just call that out. Not just the whole B. Simone thing and the Martin Luther King, but anytime we see disrespect, we need to call it out. Y'all comment at the bottom how y'all feel about B. Simone and her goofy comments about, oh, he was such a good man, he's an entrepreneur and this and that and the third. And the simple fact that, and that's why I had made a video on my Instagram stories, like, where's B. Simone from? Because not all, but a lot of Black immigrants tend to disrespect our Black leaders, and it's our fault as Black Americans for not checking it. Like, if you disrespect an African, Caribbean, or who like just a black immigrant, their icons, they will check you immediately. I.e. Nicki Minaj and the whole Michael B. Jordan thing when it came to that, when he tried to come out with that alcohol bottle. You don't even hear about that no more, him going forward with that. And even though I thought Nicki Minaj was a clown for that, but other than that, rightfully so, they should check people who disrespects their icons. But we, on the other hand, look at it as, well, you know, he did cheat. Nobody's perfect, okay? I'm not saying that Martin Luther King never portrayed himself as a saint, you know what I'm saying? But what we should remember him as is a person. Now, did he make certain mistakes that I might not have agreed to, like for his like integration and stuff like that? But overall, his message and what he was trying to do back then was the right thing to do. Same thing with Malcolm X, same thing with all the other icons, Rosa Parks and so on, right? But you have a podcast, right? Y'all know what y'all going to talk about. And even if you didn't, as soon as she said that, you could have had one or two things. You could have been like, hey, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to tarnish that man's name. Let's use something else. Or you could have said something where it wouldn't have been disrespectful and people wouldn't. And the fact that you felt some type of way about people feeling a type of way that you said something speaks volumes about her. And like I was saying, she always says certain things where you be looking at her like, God, she's simple as hell. That's why I don't really listen to a female podcast. And I'm not saying it's not a lot. And shout out to The Whole Bag. I recently just saw a video of them on the cruise season. It was a great podcast. So I'm going to check them out. And I'm going to put their name right here. The Whole Bag. They're really good ladies. And also, y'all already know I fuck with the cruise season. Heavy. Out of Houston. But again, black people, when you hear stuff like that and you hear, hell, black men, y'all should be more calling this out than I should be. Because at the end of the day, they were disrespecting a black man. Don't look at it as, oh, they're disrespecting Martin Luther King Jr. No, they're disrespecting black men, but they're putting Martin Luther King Jr. for something else. If you listen to the video, the more you listen to it, you kind of like, okay, who's she really talking about? Is she talking about Martin Luther King, or is she talking about the nigga that done did her dirty? 9 times out of 10, it's a dude that done her dirty in her past. She couldn't peep the signs. She thought she could change him, and it didn't happen. So let me disguise it by talking about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King is a very great man. Like I said, a positive role model, inspiration. Now, I might not have agreed with everything he said, right? But a lot of the things, the messages that he left behind to this day is still alive today. You don't hear Coretta when he died trashing him. Why would she do that? Because she knew that that would tarnish his name, that people will focus too much on stuff that happened behind closed doors than the actual message. The reason why he was killed. He wasn't killed because he was cheating on his wife. He was killed because he was waking up that, hell, black Americans did need reparations, but a lot of people don't like putting that out there. See, why you think a lot of white people big up Martin Luther King other than Malcolm X? Malcolm X was more of a rebel, and they put out Martin Luther King as the good Negro, the guy that doesn't want to, you know, the non-violence guy. That's why they bring him up. But, you know, you got people like B. Simone. After all of that, you bring up you pull something out of your ass for a clickbait. And then one, like I said before, you throw in the rock and hide your hand. But it was just a clip. No, it wasn't just a clip. That whole clip, the second half of that video, because that's where it really was about, where they was talking about, was you just straight disrespecting, again, black men. And that's why we are in the situation where it's so much division with the black women and black men. And another thing, what we need to stop doing, which will probably never happen in our lifetimes, is this whole thing of Like that whole tribal shit that a lot of Africans, not all, but a lot of Africans and Caribbeans do. Leave that shit back in your homelands, bro. Don't get to coming over here with that I'm not y'all, this and that and third bullshit. At the end of the day, you're still black. We don't give a damn. Non-black people don't give a damn about you being African. They don't give a damn about you being Haitian. They don't give a damn about you just being a Caribbean overall. All they look at you as a black person. Okay? But again, I'm going to end it right here. Y'all already know what to do. Hit those likes, hit those shares, comment, and like this video. And until next time with another video, bye-bye.